are back. NBA Eastern Conference champions for the second straight year. The New Jersey Nets are going to the finals.
Marty Brodeur has had just another outstanding playoff run.
Our ESPN News City by City tour has the GPS locked into East Rutherford, New Jersey all day long. And the city is the only town of fewer than 10,000 people to have 5 pro sports teams at the same time. It's also the proud home of ESPN's own Dick Vitale, Dickie V, baby, who coaches alma mater East Rutherford High School to 2 state championships. Steve Politi of the New York Star-Ledger joins us now. Steve, what's the scene like around the Meadowlands right now, if you could picture it for us?
Well, Kirk, if you love steel girders, you love the Meadowlands right now. There's a massive construction project going on a new entertainment complex that seems like it's about half the size of New Jersey. And they're also about to begin construction on the new Giants-Jets Stadium. So if you buy a ticket for a sporting event there right now, you get the added bonus of negotiating the mayhem and the excitement outside the building. So we've got that going for us here now.
Now, the Devils have won 3 titles since 1995. Of all the pro sports teams in East Rutherford, we start there because they're the only ones really who've won anything the last 12 years or so. But they're leaving town into a new building in Newark this upcoming season. What's the buzz?
I think there's a lot of interest and curiosity about it. You know, this is a big change for the Devils. They're going to move to downtown Newark. The arena will open up this year. I think people are curious to see what the traffic's going to be like getting into the city. They're curious to see what the parking situation is going to be like. And this is the first time in New Jersey sports history that someone will be able to take a train to see a game. So I think there's just a lot of interest to see what the new building is going to be like for people. You have to remember, this is the first new arena that's opened up here in about 30 years. So I think people are just looking forward to having a nice place to go as well.
So with the train, traffic's got to be better than the Meadowlands, I take it.
Well, you think, but you're also going to downtown Newark, so there could be some troubles there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Continuing with the Devils, they lose Scotty Gomez and Brian Rafalski this offseason. So what's the mood like around the team?
Right, they're not exactly charging into the new building. I think Lou Lamoriello's counting on the Devils' system to win out as it has in the past. But in the past, they also had Scott Stevens and Scott Niedermeyer on defense. So this is a whole different thing. If you look at their division, virtually every team got better, including the Rangers, of course, who took Scott Gomez from them. So I think it's going to be a lot harder for them to win the division this year.
Hey, they still have a future Hall of Fame goalie in Martin Brodeur. How does Marty view Patrick Waugh's all-time wins record?
Oh, I think he wants it, and I think he's going to get it. I think he's got 494 victories as it is. I think Waugh is only about 60 or 70 victories ahead of him at right now. So the rate he's going, he had 48 last year. It's one of his finest seasons. He's in the prime of his career. If he has another 4 or 5 years like this, he could set a mark that's never going to be broken. He
is such a big figure for them, but where does Brodeur rank in popularity among the all-time sports stars who've won a title in East Rutherford? I'm talking LT, Lawrence Taylor, Phil Simms, you name it.
Well, it's interesting. I was actually at a sports bar in Maplewood, New Jersey one day watching a Jets game, and I looked over my shoulder, and there's Martin Brodeur with a couple of his buddies eating nachos. Nobody bothering him, nobody noticing him. I don't think LT could get away with that. The Devils are more of a niche sport. I'm not sure he has the same profile as a Phil Simms or an LT or across the river, Mariano or Derek Jeter.
How about a guy on the Nets? Let's say Jason Kidd. Who's bigger?
Oh, Jason Kidd is he is one of the
it's got to be tough to be Brodeur here.
Well, it's true, but I think just because it's the NBA and it's Jason Kidd, who's one of the best point guards of all time. I mean, he averaged a triple-double during the playoffs last year. If you look around the Meadowlands, what he's done for that team, the excitement and the way he's taken a franchise that pretty much the LA Clippers of the East and put them onto the map has been pretty incredible.
I guarantee you, if Nets coach Lawrence Frank was having dinner, someone would bug him for an autograph.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely. No question in mind. Lawrence Frank getting a new 2-year deal today, as a matter of fact. So
let's talk football. Giants or Jets, they share a stadium in the Meadowlands, but how evenly do they share the hearts of local sports fans?
I feel like in New Jersey, there's no question the Giants are the more popular team. If you go out a little bit further on Long Island, where the Jets have their roots, I think they've got a bigger following. But here in New Jersey, they're a second, probably a distant second to the Yankees as far as intention, but they're a clear second.
Now, the Jets and Giants both losing star running backs this offseason. What about replacing Curtis Martin and Tiki Barber, respectively?
Well, I hear the Giants are going to try to get Al Roker to come off the Today Show and run the ball. No, they get Brandon Jacobs. They're not sure how much he's going to be able to carry, if he's going to be able to be a 20 to 25 carry a game guy. So there's a lot of question marks for the Giants. The Jets, a little different story. Thomas Jones, I think, is the most significant improvement that either one of those teams made. So they've got a little bit better situation over there than the Giants do.
All right, so Thomas Jones, they got the Jets. So who's going to be the next team to bring home a title to East Rutherford, you think?
Well, the Devils are moving to Newark, the Nets are moving to Brooklyn, even the Red Bulls, the soccer team, are moving to Harrison, New Jersey. It leaves the Giants, who are rebuilding, and the Jets, who haven't won anything since 1969. So if I had to guess which team's going to win a championship for New Jersey next, I'd have to go with the Rutgers women's basketball team.
Oh, how about the football team?
Well, football between the Giants and the Jets. The Jets are the better team right now, but again, they've got a
no Rutgers football. No love for Rutgers football.
Oh, Rutgers football. They've got some.
How about a Big East title?
Big strides.
Big East title.
Yeah, win the conference first, I think, is their next step.
All right, who's going to be the next team? We got that topic. So, what's the hot spot in East Rutherford? Where's a good place to get some eats before the game?
East Rutherford, as you mentioned in the intro, is a pretty quiet little town. I'm not sure there's necessarily a nightclub or a bar or anything. If I had to say what the hot spot in East Rutherford is, I'd go with the gap between Michael Strahan's teeth.
Oh, first the Al Roker, then the Michael Strahan joke. Hey, at least you're bringing it. Thank you, Steve, for joining us from the Newark Star-Ledger. It's ESPN City by City, and East Rutherford is now in our rear view mirror, because coming up tomorrow, the City by City Summer Tour continues. We roll into the state of Wisconsin, talking great moments in Milwaukee and Green Bay history, plus the latest on what's happening in those cities today. You see the rest of the week. Houston, Wednesday. Indy on Thursday. By the way, Brickyard, ABC, ESPN. ESPN coverage of NASCAR is coming back this week. And Friday in Kansas City.